Hello, Ethan again. I'm just making a month two update for my no longer age at MIA experience so far. This is kind of diary entry number two. Uh, so last month, I think I was on maybe RTK 600 about, and I was just trying to actively listen to stuff as much as I could. And this month was the same. So I'm at like RTK 1200 now. And I finished a lot of TV shows. I finished Devil May Cry Baby. I finished Terrace House Aloha State. I finished Terrace House the season before that, Wither in Tokyo. And what else did I do? I started Shingeki no Kyojin. I started um, the first season. I've seen it before, but a long time ago, so I'm kind of rewatching that. And yeah, maybe this month my listening's gotten a lot better. So when I was watching the Aloha State, I was watching that a lot. There's like 50 episodes, so I watched all that in maybe a week or something, I think. And that actually improved my listening a lot, even though maybe maybe it's not very difficult to understand, but it really did help. And then maybe because there was so much content, it was like 50 episodes. And then I watched the series before of Terrace House. That's maybe another 50 episodes. I'm not sure. I can't remember. And then after that, re-listening to those episodes as passive listening every day, and that really I've noticed the difference. Maybe last week or so, I some like Shingeki no Kyojin. There's very specific words that I didn't know, but the daily conversation stuff in Terrace House became pretty easy to understand towards the end of listening to the Tokyo series. So that really, I really noticed a difference in my listening in that. Um, for RTK, just same as usual, but on the timeline, the kind of timeline I saw, it said after 1000 RTK, do 30 a day. So I've been doing that recently. So that's been fine. I didn't have any problems with doing 30 rather than 20 now a day. Just it takes longer to make the cards, it takes longer to fix the stories, make the stories and things like that. Uh, but so far, no problems. Maybe it's 200 reviews a day or something, but it is taking up a bit more time. But maybe altogether, like 30 more minutes or something like that a day. Maybe it's taking up. And also thinking about what is my plan after RTK, because I should finish RTK 1 sometime next month, and then maybe sometime next month, towards the end of the month, and then I'll do RTK 3 because why not? It's like 800, 900 more. Why not just do it? After that, for sentence cards, I really want to get my listening better. I've kind of realized that maybe listening is the number one skill, and why not maximize that while you can? So, like, before doing any like heavy reading, just get my listening as good as possible. So, I've thought what I'll do is probably make listening cards rather than written cards. So listen as much as possible and pick out things in shows, single sentences. I record the audio anyway when I'm watching, so just write down the time of the sentence, and cut out the audio and make audio cards. And then on the back can have kanji, because it doesn't really matter. You've already heard it if you have the audio card. You're not like you're not trying to imagine the sounds. You have the audio on the front, and then on the back have the kanji and the hiragana, and the maybe even not the hiragana would be a good idea. Maybe just the kanji, and just try and listen. Don't even need the hiragana, and then just the bilingual explanation of whichever word I couldn't understand on the back. And probably that's what I want to do, get my listening really, really good. I've realized is probably the most important thing. So maybe I won't read for a long time, even after I finish RTK3, which I don't really mind. I mean, you know, it seems like if you get your listening really good, you know, getting your reading good won't be so difficult. You've already encountered all the grammar and things before, probably. Obviously, novels and things will have probably more difficult sentences, but for the most part, it should be quick to get your reading up to par with your listening. So why not just listen all the time for like a year and get that really good before you read? So that's my plan. I've already learned like a lot of words just from listening as much as I can every day, and then just like words are starting to stick out to me much, much more than before. I don't really have to repeat or anything like that. It's really clear that this word stands out and I don't know what it is, and then I just look it up in the dictionary, and I have like a favorites list that are words that I've looked up, and they stick in your head. I've learned a lot of words just from listening a lot and wanting to know, oh, what does this word mean in this conversation, because it's sticking out to me so much. So even now, I'm not rushing to make sentence cards and things like that, because they're great. Obviously, it will speed up the process a lot, but you know, maybe you can learn a lot just by listening and looking up words, it seems. So I'm not in a rush to get to that stage. Yeah, I mean, this month maybe just same as last month, but like noticeably better listening. Can pick out words much better, can follow conversations much easier without having to concentrate too hard, because, you know, like in English, I'm not staring at the screen, watching their lips, trying to really hard to understand what they're saying. It goes in or it doesn't, and it seems like this month more is going in than not, compared to last month. More is going in, and I can understand things a bit easier than last month. There are some voices I can't follow as easily. When someone gets angry, it's really difficult to follow them, but this month it's yeah, improving. So probably next month will probably be exactly the same, but I don't have a problem with that. It's been pretty fun this month anyway, and I've noticed a good improvement already in my listening in the last 2 months compared to the last 2 years of self-study using normal methods of, you know, just looking at textbooks and trying to watch movies with not any regularity or anything like that, just watching TV and not really paying any attention to it. I'm noticing a great difference in the last 2 months, so hopefully next month just the same as this. Okay, so yeah, thanks very much.